Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Reverse the signs of aging. Anti-aging. Look younger than your actual age. Guess what, guys? That is what I strive for, and I get these results using my natural homemade remedies. So today I'm going to share a secret recipe with you, one that have my skin looking so much younger, so much fresher, and basically much younger than my age. If I zoom in on my skin right now, you'll see no wrinkles, and that is because I use this amazing facial mask on my skin, loaded with antioxidant, loaded with vitamin A and vitamin C, also vitamin E. It have my skin looking glowing, fresh, and much younger than my actual age. For my age, my skin is looking amazing, and all because of these amazing remedies that I use on my skin. So don't take my word for it, just give this remedy a try. So if you're looking to reverse the sign of aging, if you're looking to look 10 to 20 years younger than your age, your skin look amazing with a natural glow, follow me to the kitchen and I'll share my remedy with you. Keep it a secret. Now take a look at our main ingredient. Here I have some rice, but this is not any old rice. This is actually purple rice. Now purple rice has more vitamin A than white rice. It's a perfect anti-aging ingredient to use on the skin to boost the collagen production in the skin. Purple rice will help to smooth those wrinkles on your skin, and when used on a regular, it will definitely give your skin a really younger looking, soft, supple, and firm skin. Now if you do not have the purple rice and you have black rice, that is also perfect to use. Now remember that black rice is not wild rice. Wild rice is not rice, so definitely make sure it's black rice. If you have no purple rice, no black rice, why not just go ahead and use your regular rice? It's just that the purple rice and the black rice have a little bit more vitamin A than the white rice. So I'm going to be using this purple rice to make a rice paste. So the first thing I'm going to do with the purple rice, I am going to be blending. So I'm going to blend a quarter cup of the purple rice, place it in the blender. And take a look. Here we have our blended purple rice. Pour this in, our quarter cup of rice, and take a look how close. You need it to be this powdery. And what you're going to do with this next, we're going to make a purple rice paste. To make the purple rice paste, we're using a quarter cup of blended purple rice. We're reaching for our kettle, and here we have hot water to boiling point, and we're going to pour a quarter cup of the hot water over the purple rice, and we're going to quickly mix this into a paste. Just quickly mixed. Now once we mix this, what we're going to do, we are going to pour this back in the blender. Now you might be wondering why I didn't just pour the hot water on the rice before I blend it. If we do that, the rice would not come out in the paste we want it to. It would be lumpy and more like of a dough instead of a cream. So make sure to do the steps just as I did now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to cover and I'm going to blend. And yes, we are blending warm. Take a look at this. Here we have our blended purple rice cream. Now there's two ways of making this. You can choose to make it creamy, or you can choose to make it a little bit more paste-like. For this recipe, I want it to be this creamy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my purple rice paste to cool, and I'm going to introduce the next ingredient. Now take a look at our next ingredient. Here I have papaya, and guys, I love to use the papaya on my skin for anti-aging purposes. This is what has had my skin looking glowing, younger, fresher all the time. I use a lot of papaya in my homemade DIY. I swear by it, no joke. So what I'm going to do with the papaya, I'm going to use about 2 ounces for this recipe, and I'm just going to extract the flesh of the papaya. That's what I'm going to be using in this recipe. I'm putting away the peel to make a facial scrub. So use up all of your papaya. Now right here on your papaya, right here, right above the peel, you have the most vitamin A properties. So make sure when you are peeling your papaya, you do not peel too deep, okay? So I'm going to chop the papaya. I have a small blender, so I'm going to chop it in small pieces for easier blending. Reach for my blender. I'm gonna blend. Do not add any water to this. Just blend as is. And blend. We have our blended papaya. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this aside, and we're going to introduce our next ingredient. Now for this recipe, we're going to be using a number of oils. My oil of choice is avocado oil. If you do not have avocado oil, a good substitute is olive oil, coconut oil, or even some almond oil. Personally, I like the avocado oil in this recipe. I'm also going to be using a little bit of a rose water in this recipe. And guess what, guys? I'm going to use a special oil, and the oil today is rosehip oil. If you do not have rosehip oil, use any special oil you have, like a K oil, marula oil. You can use argan oil. You can even use some sesame seed oil. Just choose at least one oil for this recipe, one special oil. And don't forget to use your vitamin E oil. Alright, so now reaching back for our rice cream, and take a look. You can see how thick and creamy this is. And we're going to be using 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of our creamy rice paste. When it comes on to our papaya, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of our papaya. Pour that in our bowl. Reaching for our avocado oil. And I'm using 1 teaspoon of the avocado oil. We're pouring this in. Next, I'm going to reach for my vitamin E oil. And I'm using a few drops, about a half a teaspoon of the vitamin E oil. And for my rosehip oil, I'm using the same amount, about a half of a teaspoon of the rosehip oil. Pour this in. My rose water, about a teaspoon of the rose water. And now I'm going to blend this all together. You can choose to pour this back in the blender and blend, or you can choose to just blend with a fork like I'm showing here. If you want it to be more creamy and rich, put it back in the blender. As a matter of fact, let me put mine back in the blender. Just pour it back in the blender. Cover and blend. And let's pour this out. Just keep pouring. Make sure to scrape everything out. And take a look at this. Here we have our purple rice and papaya anti-aging facial mask. Now this facial mask, guys, is one that I personally use on my skin a lot. I love this facial mask. It has done great justice to my skin. Whenever my skin is looking dull, I just use it as a pick-me-up. I use it overnight. I use it in the daytime. I just enjoy using this on my skin. However, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, let it chill a little, and then I'm going to come back and show you how I use it on my skin for best result. Now here we have our facial mask, and to use this facial mask, you're just gonna scoop it up and apply it on your skin. You can choose to use a brush or you can choose to use your hands. I like to use my hands to apply this mask. So I'm just gonna pour some in my hand. It's gonna be very, very cold. That's okay. Just pour the mask in my hands like this. And once I do that, I'm just gonna dig in and look at that. See how thick or rich, really creamy like mask. And now I'm just gonna apply it on my skin in circular motion. Apply the mask on the skin in circular motion. Now for this facial mask, I suggest you start with clean skin. Wash your face the way you normally do, and then apply the mask to your face. Now for this mask, you do not let it get in your eyes because it still have a bit of a granules from the rice. Even though we blend to a powder, still have a bit of a granules. I love this, guys. This is like a no joke mask. No joke. No joke. No joke. No joke. No joke. So completely cover your face, and it's already, you know, drying on my skin. It's already tightening my skin. So once you apply this mask on your face, you're going to sit with it for at least 30 minutes. In 10 minutes, it's going to be drying on the skin already. However, you need at least 30 minutes for a mask to absorb in those pores. So definitely let it sit on the skin for 30 minutes. Now rinse this mask off, preferably with some cold water. And ooh, it's drying already. I can feel my lips feeling like tight and nice. Okay, now rinse this off with some cold water, pat dry the skin, and then you go ahead and apply your favorite facial toner, your serum, and your moisturizer. All right.